Hello and welcome to the Master's Table. Thank you for joining us today. I am your co-host, Tina Cleveland. This is your host and your chef, Pastor Frankie Cleveland. We've got a wonderful dish for you today. I can't wait for you to see it. It's probably one of my favorites. Why don't you tell them what's
We love to eat. It's all our favorite. Amen.
No, this is really good. This is really good.
This is good. This is our version. This is Master's Table version of Zuppa Toscana soup. I don't know if I do it exactly like you would go out and get in a restaurant. I think mine's better. I think this is a little bit better twist on it. And we're going to do up some good homemade garlic bread. We're going to show you how to do this bread. We do this all the time. This is one of my most favorite signature things I love to do is this garlic bread. I love it. I could just eat it and y'all can have the soup. But I think you'll really like this soup today. It's pretty simple. I'll go over a little bit of the ingredients right quick before we go to break. We got the pan heating up already. Got a little bit of oil. We're going to drop some butter in there. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and drop this butter while we get ready to go to break and let that be melting. But we got some just 1 pound of mild Italian sausage. We got some kale. We got some potatoes. We got some chicken broth and heavy cream and just a little bit of seasoning. It's not a whole lot that goes in this, but boy, I tell you right now, it is really good, and I think you're really gonna like this. It's a good one today. Yep. I like to say that all the time. This is a good one. So
it is. So go grab your pencil and paper and get a comfortable seat, and we're gonna come back in just a minute and show you how to prepare it.
Zuppa Toscana.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Master's Table. I told you we got a good one for you today. I went ahead and the first thing that I wanted to start with is go ahead and get some of this meat cooked, and I went ahead and dropped the bacon in a little bit early. I'm fixing to get the Tina over here, and we're gonna shift right over here. I got this bacon almost done. This is about 4 strips of thick cut bacon. You can use any kind of bacon you want to. I just wanted to brown this up for the soup, and I'm gonna take this out in just a second, and I'm gonna drop this 1 pound of Italian sausage in there. But I wanted to show you what we're going to do with this bread. This is our go-to. This is signature series. Boy, we love us some garlic bread. And the way we do this is you buy your long, go to your local grocery store, big box store, wherever you shop, get your long loaf of bread. That's like the wheat one right here. We got one over here and that. Yep.
Just like this.
That French bread, and get you that. Cut that thing in half, cut it up. This is probably about this is a lot of bread, so this is probably about 2.5 sticks of butter. And this is our go-to right here. This levels it up and takes it over the top. This is the best pro tip I can give you today is roasted garlic. What we do is take a whole clove of garlic, just like these whole cloves, you buy them and they look like this. But you take your knife and cut the top about 1/4 off the top, drizzle it with olive oil, season it up. I put my AP on there, but you can put salt, pepper, whatever you want to on there. Bake this in the oven at 45 minutes on 400, about 40-45 minutes. Ain't that what we cook it, Tina? Mm-hmm. And if you ain't sure, you'll smell it all through the house when it's done. It'll be done. So, and this whole clove, we're gonna use this for our bread. So what I'm gonna do, just get it and just squeeze it in. It just all comes out when it's baked like this. We squeeze that whole thing, get all that garlic. And I'm gonna let Tina go ahead and start mixing that. And once she gets that garlic incorporated in that good, then I'm gonna go and add her some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. That's the super pro tip of the day. Now this bacon has rendered up a lot of fat, and we're gonna make this as if it's a such thing as making this Zuppa Toscana healthy. I don't know, but we're
just
gonna
don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna make it as healthy as we can. I've cooked this
enjoy
bacon.
it.
I've cooked this bacon down, and while she's mixing that up, I'm gonna get a couple of these paper towels. I want to go ahead and get just a little bit of that oil out of the pan. Now you know us, you know how most time we do it. We just taking we got something we poured in at home, and we reuse that bacon grease. But I had already seasoned. I dropped a little bit of the all-purpose in there as I started cooking, so I don't want to leave all that oil in there. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this in the trash. And well, we can't leave that little piece of bacon. No piece of bacon left behind. Now I'm gonna drop, this is 1 pound of Italian sausage. 1 pound. I'm gonna drop that. While that's cooking, Tina's mixing that butter, getting her bread. She's got an oven heated, I think, probably to about 400 degrees. And you cook that till it's as done as you like it. I don't know, some people like it real done, some people don't like it as done as others, but we're gonna go ahead and break this sausage up and get this going, because I got some stuff I got to work on over here. I'll get Tina, let her get that bread in the oven here in just a second, and we're gonna work on this sausage right here.
Now this garlic.
Huh?
This garlic is heavy.
Yeah, that's a lot of garlic. Yeah, that's good. That's a lot of garlic. So what I want to do so we can thicken this up, set that bowl right here so I better reach, Tina. Set it right here. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take this little old, pick this up right at the local little old store. I love this little small grater. Let me do this. This is a block of fresh Parmesan cheese. And what I'm gonna do is grate this into this butter mixture. And this is what's gonna allow it to thicken up a little bit, so that Tina can really actually mix that garlic and that butter all together. This will make it more spreadable. So let's see if that's enough, Tina. I don't know. Mix that a little bit and see what you think. We can add, huh?
I said it'll stop.
Yeah, that's just it's preheated. It's ready. Need a little more?
Maybe.
Just to make it where it'll spread a little bit more for you.
Yep, like a paste.
Yeah. This is, I don't know, that's probably about 4 or 5 ounces that I put in there.
And there again, if you like a lot, put a lot on there. If you like just enough for a taste.
I say this all the time. When we go anywhere where they come to your table and they bring out and just talk about fresh grated Parmesan cheese, I just sit there and look at them. I don't even let them stop. I love it so much. This makes it more into a paste, this cheese does.
That's good.
Okay, let me get that last. That's it right there. I'm going to give you that. There it is. We'll do a little bit more of that. So Tina's gonna, while she's working on that butter, she's gonna butter that bread and put it in. I'm gonna give this a quick little chop. This soup's gonna come together, and this is really, really, really good. This is gonna come together real fast when we get this. And I always like to tell everybody before you start cooking what I like to do, because my main angle of this is simplifying the recipes, and I try to take all the guesswork out of cooking. And the best way to do that is when you start and get everything ready, get all your ingredients out, go ahead and stage everything the way you're going to use it. Go ahead and stage all your seasonings, all your broth or whatever you're using. And so that's what I like to do. So when we start, it's just like a dump and go. Every time we cook, it's like a dump and go. And that's what I like. Makes it a whole lot easier. So what we're going to do, these onions, the last few times that we've cooked on air, these onions have been huge. I don't know where the stores are getting these at, but they are really big. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a chop, and I'm gonna drop this in as soon as that sausage gets done. We're gonna drop this in and gonna build our base. This is where all our flavor is coming from right here, brothers and sisters. This right here is gonna be the base of our soup right here in just a minute. We're gonna throw these onions in. I'll cut that little bit out around that core. I don't like that old hard core in mine. My mama chops it all up when she does hers, but I don't like that core. I'm gonna probably go ahead and I think I'll go ahead and do this one too.
That's a lot of garlic.
I pray.
On that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be good stuff. Garlic is like butter, and y'all know what I like to say about butter. Butter makes everything better. So. And I like that garlic the same way. I like a lot of garlic in there. And when it's cooked like that, it's not near as strong. To me, it's just regular minced garlic.
Okay.
So,
all right,
you got that spreaded up? Okay, Miss Cleveland's got that spreaded up, and I got this sausage going right here. This is about browned up. I love my little handy dandy chopper that we got. I got this thing for $1, and this has been I go to this tool every time I cook when I'm cooking meat. When we got to do sausage or ground beef or ground chicken or turkey or something, this right here works really, really, really well. I like it a lot. So, all right, Miss Cleveland, you wanna, if I hold this up, you wanna rake that. Or actually, I might have a big enough spoon right here. Let's see what I got. See if I got anything in here. I don't want to use that. Let's do it like this. Let's do this. I'm going to hold it right here. Actually, let me do it like this. I'm going to let you rake that in there. And we'll leave a little bit of that There ain't a whole lot of fat, 'cause I had got that bacon fat out.
Turn it up a little bit more.
I can't. It's heavy and it's hot.
I'm afraid I'm going to spill it.
Yep, that's good. Break that one more right there.
Go back a little bit. There you go.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Perfect. Now, these Dutch ovens are heavy. And when it gets hot, it is hot. So now, we got that, Mr. Cleveland. And so what I'm gonna let you do is start working on these onions. Now that you got that bread in there, we'll keep an eye on that. We don't want it to burn up. It's too good of stuff to burn. I've got that spoon, that wooden spoon is right there. We can use it.
Olive oil.
Yeah, you may want to put a little. Yeah, put about a tablespoon. Yeah, that's good. About a tablespoon. Just we don't want anything sticking. Like I said, we started out with a little bit of butter in there, and y'all know what I say. Butter makes everything better. We don't want to lose.
And bigger.
Yeah, butter. Tina said butter makes everything better and bigger. But whatever that's worth, I'll leave that alone.
Just don't eat too much.
We like butter. Butter is flavor. All right, now while she's got that going, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these potatoes. And you can use russet potatoes. These are the yellow gold potatoes. Use whatever you got in your cabinet. I like all potatoes. I like red potatoes. I like the russets. I like these yellow ones. I like them all. But what we want to do is cut these in like a thick potato chip size. And what we're gonna do is quarter these on up, and these are gonna go in just a little bit. But I want to get these going, and I'm gonna rinse these and get a little bit of the starch out of them in just a few minutes.
Strong onion too.
Those are very strong onions.
They are.
But they are good. They're really good. But like I said, I'm gonna cut this down, and like I say, we're quartering these. We don't want these too thick. We want them to cook pretty fast once we get all our stuff in our soup. And so the thinner they are, they'll cook on down. And when we drop these in, and I'll get to that in a minute, we're just gonna make these fork tender. We don't want to cook them like all the way like super soft, because we are making a soup, and we want to taste the potato, because that's about a spoon size, and that's what I like. I'm gonna cut us up about one more, Tina, to this one. And you can peel these if you don't like the peelings. I love the peelings on my potatoes, so it's entirely up to you how you want to do this. If you want to peel them, or if you want to leave them, the peeling on them, it's totally optional.
Peelings are good fiber.
Yeah, I like the peelings. I like them. Okay, I think this may be just about enough. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna find me something back here to. Let's see, Tina. I gotta put some water in this bowl right here. We'll rinse them off, and we just want to rinse them until we want to get all the starch out of them we can. And I'll generally rinse them 2 or 3 times until the water kind of clears up. How you coming over there, Miss Cleveland? You all right?
Yep.
You about ready for me to dump you something else in there?
Yep.
We'll go ahead and put some seasoning. I'll let you continue to work on that while we're getting these potatoes ready. This soup is really, really, really good. This is probably my favorite. I love potato soup. I love the cheddar broccoli. We'll get to all those and do those. You know what? I want to do one more. Do about that much more. We're gonna rinse these, and before I go to rinse these potatoes, Tina, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put your other seasonings in there, the things that we want to add. Now this is a garden herb. I've got where I use this in a lot of my dishes. This is just a mixture of herbs. I mean, it's like putting your Italian season kind of in it. And that's about, I don't know, I'd say that's probably a tablespoon and a half, give or take just a little bit. And we're gonna also add, and I saw a spoon right here. We're gonna add about a teaspoon and a half. That's a good heaping teaspoon. So I'm gonna call that a teaspoon and a half. This is a better than bouillon. It's a bouillon, but it's a low sodium, and this is an Italian herb, and I really like that one. It works really well in a lot of different things. Just keep that moving, Tina, and don't worry about that stuff that's sticking on the bottom, because that's just building flavor for us. That's building a lot of flavor.
It smells good.
It's gonna be good. This is a favorite at your local restaurant. And like I say, this is our version. This is the master's table version of the Zuppa Toscana. I'm gonna let these soak just for another minute or so, Tina, while you got that going. All right, we got enough potatoes, and we've added our Italian seasoning. I think we'll go ahead and put a little bit of our fresh garlic in there, and we're gonna get ready to come with some broth. Actually, gotta hit it with a little bit of AP. That's just a little bit more seasoning. It's low sodium seasoning right there. You're mixing that in. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of, that's one. I'm gonna give you about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. We've added some garlic already, so we're gonna go ahead. That's a big one. We'll go ahead and put 1 more clove of garlic. It's fresh, and I love doing this. I like that.
I think you just like doing it more than anything.
I like squishing that. Yeah. You just keep that moving, Miss Cleveland. Be ready to eat here in a few minutes. Okay, so that's coming together. Let that cook about just another few seconds on that garlic, and we're gonna start adding them. And you know what? I want to go ahead. I love this too. This is just a chicken bouillon. This is about a tablespoon. That was a little more than a tablespoon. That's about a tablespoon. I like just a little bit more flavor. Now I'm gonna begin to come with this is just chicken broth, chicken stock. You can use whichever one, whatever flavor, whatever kind you want. This is gonna deglaze our pan. This is gonna make all that goodness on the bottom turn loose. This is where we start building our soup. I'm gonna turn that on up because we're gonna need that to come on to a boil as quick as we can get it there so we can cook these potatoes. Now that was 4 cups, and I think the recipe calls for 6 cups, but just for good measure, I think this is gonna be 4 more cups, and I just don't like putting this in the refrigerator because I'm gonna forget about it. So we're gonna go ahead and put 4 more cups in there. We're gonna bring that to a boil, and we're gonna get ready to add these potatoes in just a few minutes. As soon as we can, you just keep that stirring, Miss Cleveland, and it's gonna come together. So that's pretty much what we got. You got that's your seasoning, your base for your soup right there. Your Italian herb seasoning, the bouillon. We've got our sausage cooked. We got a little bit of bacon cooked that we're gonna add to it. And as soon as that right there comes up to a good boil, we're gonna add these potatoes and let these cook just for a few minutes. It don't take them long when they're thin like this to get fork tender. I'm gonna run water over them 1 more time, and it won't take them long. And we're gonna be ready to plate this up here in just a little bit.
Bread is cooking.
Huh?
That bread is cooking.
Is it cooking?
Yep.
Do we need to check it?
No, I just looked at it.
Okay, you looked at it. Okay, I have my back turned. Okay, well I got your potatoes ready, and that should come on up pretty quick right there. That pot right there holds a lot of heat. It does really good. And I've got probably, I don't know, I'd say this is probably a quarter. I think you could use a quarter or half a cup if you wanted to of Parmesan cheese. We're gonna put on top of this when we get it ready right before we plate it. And we do have the fresh Parmesan. I still got some of it left over here. I'm gonna put it right here. We're gonna add a little bit of that to our soup and our bread. But while we're waiting on that to come up, I'm gonna talk about this just for a minute. Because when I first come home and started talking about gonna cook some soup and put kale in it, Tina turned her nose up at me. Y'all pray for her. I mean, she turned her nose up at me for saying I was gonna put kale. But there's a lot of good benefits from kale, and I got to reading about kale, and it's even better than spinach from what I can understand. So, and we don't put a whole lot, but if you want to sneak something healthy into a soup and sneak something healthy into your family or your kids, you can do it with some kale, and that just kind of pushes it right on over the top to me. I like that kale. I'm gonna put this just while we're waiting on that to heat on up, Tina. I'm gonna put just a little. This is one little, just small. Y'all know me. I don't like hot. I like a little flavor. So that's just a small pinch of red pepper. Red pepper flakes. Yeah, we don't want our bread to burn up. I don't know how done you want it. It's starting to get brown. I think it's doing pretty good. You think I ought to take it out? What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, let me find to get
Or maybe just let it
pot holder. Turn it.
pop.
What about if I just
Put it on low.
Let's do that right there. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna crack the door open so we can keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you see it till we get ready to plate this up in a minute. We'll give you a sneak peek here in a minute. Yeah, that's about to come on up to a boil. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and add these potatoes. and let that continue to cook right there.
Why ain't it boiling?
It's just taking, it's a lot of, let me see right here a minute. Yeah, it's steaming. It's just, that's a lot. That's 8 cups of chicken broth. It's going to take it a minute to boil.
Might put the top on it, it would go quicker.
But it ain't going to take it long. And generally, probably to be honest with you, when we'll just let that sit there for a minute and come to a boil, probably when you add those potatoes and that comes to a boil, I would say you probably want to cook these about 8 minutes, these potatoes, and then we'll come back and add our sausage. Once that boils just a little bit, we dump that and add our cream and we'll be ready. So what we'll do is we'll let that come to a boil. And I don't know, I was thinking about putting something else in it.
What?
I don't know, I was just thinking about it. It's fixing
Stick to the plan.
I'm just aggravating you. Bible said a merry heart do it good like medicine. And we laugh a lot, don't we? I say all the time, I say we made it 30 years. We're gonna laugh. We're going to laugh the next 30 if God gives us 30 more together.
Lord help.
We don't want to put that in there yet. We want to let those potatoes cook. Yeah, Lord help us up there.
I'm probably going to go ahead and take it
I'm thankful. You want to go ahead and get it out?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to show it to nobody, but if you let that door down.
Huh?
Let that door down. I'll wait.
We'll just leave it like that.
Okay. But this is right here is coming to a boil, so we'll be ready to boil this up and add our sausage. And let it all cook. We're going to let that boil right there. This is going to come to, I think I'll go ahead and let this, as that comes to a boil, I'm going to rake that. I had put that paper towel in there to soak up some of that grease. Let's just do this right here. We're going to do this right here. That's kind of trying to stick, Miss Cleveland. Like I say, I tried to keep this as healthy as I could, not put all that grease in there, because we already had put the butter and stuff, so it's going to come to a boil in a minute. Let me set this over here and get it out of the way. All good things take time, right? So, like I say, we've learned to wait, and that's hard sometimes.
Yep.
I think I always go back to what Paul said. He said, I've learned, and I said, we have to learn to wait on God sometimes. That's the hardest thing to do, is wait in the hallway. But I thank God while we're waiting in the hallway, we can still cook and have some good food to eat. Mm-hmm. Amen. What you think, Miss Cleveland?
Looks good.
Looking good, ain't it? And what we're going to do is just getting ready to come to a boil. What we're going to do is go ahead and dump this kale. I had washed this. I had chopped. This is just a rough chop, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in, because this is all going to come to a boil. We're going to let all this cook together. And this is probably going to, once this comes to a boil, we're going to cook this probably about 8 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to see where we're at.
Even if you think you don't like kale, go ahead and put it in there, because I'm telling you, it's good.
Yeah, it really is. If you like spinach, you'll like the kale. And I used to not ever like spinach, but I like anything. I mean, you can tell where this apron fits. I'll eat about anything. So we're going to let this come to a boil, and when we come back from our break, we'll add the cream. And we'll be ready to plate this up.
Yep, so don't go anywhere. Just hold on. We're coming right back, and we're going to taste it and see how it tastes. Okay, welcome back. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yep, we've been waiting. I went ahead, this come to a boil, and this probably cooked I probably cooked it about 12 minutes. I cooked it to the potatoes cooked on down. They got fork tender, and once they get that soft, they start breaking up. The kale is cooked down. I added this, but this was about a cup and a quarter of cream. It calls for, I put just a little bit more, but this is what it ought to look like when you get done with it. When it all comes together, this is what it's going to look like. It's got the sausage and the bacon and the potatoes in it. This is our version of the Zuppa Toscana.
Zuppa Toscana.
Yeah, Toscana, whatever. It's just good. It's just a whole big old pot of goodness.
Good soup.
But it goes well, pairs well with that bread.
Yep.
So go ahead and go ahead and bring the bread out, Miss Cleveland. I'll go ahead and get you just a little taste of this right here.
All right. There's the homemade garlic bread to go with it.
Look at there. Ooh-wee. That is a whole lot of goodness right there. This right here is just, we're going to let this simmer just a little bit longer. I mean, it's one of those slow cook things, as much as you want to let it cook. The only thing is, if you let it cook too long, the they just kind of just cook all the pieces. But what you think about it, Miss
I don't
Cleveland?
know. I'm gonna burn my mouth if I eat it right now.
I didn't know. I thought you done ate it. I thought you had done ate it.
You want me to?
No.
If you need to, put a piece of ice in your hot soup.
Yeah.
That'll cool it down real
It
quick.
is hot. It took it forever to get hot, but when it got hot, didn't it?
This is probably some of the best soup I have ever had in my life.
Is that
and I was very skeptical of it.
I'm gonna tell you, the only way you can make it a little bit better is do this right here with this Parmesan cheese. Just a little bit right there.
Yep.
That right there is the only thing that'll push it on over the top.
Yummy.
My brothers and sisters, we thank you so much for joining us today on the Master's Table. I hope you try this soup. This right here is this will become a regular thing. So until the next time, eat well. And remember, butter makes everything better. And God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good.
Amen.